What you're going to hear about Bill today is going to shock you and is really going to make you understand deeper what it means when they say all that glitters is not gold. I always try as much as possible to give you raw data, information that is beyond the surface level, information that is beyond the trend, information that goes outside social media. Now, we all know Bill and his alliance to BTC, Bitcoin, and in recent times, he started going into tech. Now, has Bill played you all? The answer is yes. Has Bill deceived you all? The answer is still yes. Has Bill made you guys see him this way, but in actual sense, there is something he's doing behind the scene? In capital letters, the answer is yes. And speaking of doing something behind the scene, this is where I bring him and the real business he does behind the scene. Now, the very big thing Bill does in the picture is networking. You see this thing of bring two people, and those two people will bring another two people, and those two people, the list continues. That is what Bill is into. But he's actually doing it in a way that seems as though that guy went to Harvard. Now, I should have known this before, but maybe I was actually carried away with a different narrative of him. This guy actually changed my narrative. I love people who do bigger things behind the scene. They don't have time for revenge. They don't have time to prove anything to you. They don't have time for all those things. They're actually busy working behind the scenes, trying to change that very narrative you have of them. In life, there's no better revenge like success. I keep saying this to you tomorrow. My mother will always say something in the Igbo language, especially in my dialect. She will always say, Adenoka, onwa akorogi. What that thing means is that do not prove to the people who actually told you this is exactly what you are and this is exactly who you are. Do not prove to them that that is exactly what and who you are. Prove them wrong. You don't need to prove them wrong by telling them, I'm not this, so this is what I am. Or prove them wrong with actions. Sometimes when you zoom your attention on people, in order to understand them and you are selective with your interests, you have a particular thing you really want to find out about that person. Not that you're actually open-minded, I want to know things about them in total. No, you have a particular area you're looking out, wanting to know if this person is this thing. And sometimes, if you don't see those things coming, take a break from that very thing and study these people. I studied Bill and he gave me a Harvard standard level of knowledge. He understands the world of business more than most people in their 50s. Let me pause for a while and tell you this. Some of you might think that I know him from anywhere and I'm trying to sell his app or sell his business. Please, I don't. I was reading this book here, Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. And just in case, this book is not even a Nigerian book. It's one of the books I actually said that I'm going to read this year. And luckily for me, I saw it at Opiwek the other day, Opiwek of all places. So I don't find this book go different places. I don't see him. I saw it and the man sold it for 5,000 at Rocham. So I was reading this book. I know how heavy the book is from the information I've actually gotten online. I know how of value it is. Now, I was reading this book and I got to a particular chapter. The person that was coming to my head and my vision and everything was Bill. God, this book is actually guiding you on how to make money, how to spend, how to invest, and how to save. In fact, everything that has to do with money psychologically, it tells you that handling money is more of psychological than finance itself. You know, they read books, so I just keep up. So while I was reading this book, this got to a particular chapter where it was all Bill that I was seeing. And I had to connect the dots from the days when he actually said something about staying afloat. There's a particular interview, a very interview where he said that he had to buy a car without completing the payment, and just to tell people or to prove to people or to impress people, make them believe that he is at a particular level. Kai, God.
Well, I was detained for 10 days. So when I came out, when I was inside that cell, everything was damaged. So I came out, so we don't have customers again. So I came out. My phones were seized. The company's laptop were seized. So they couldn't even make any transaction and all that. So, you know, when you're off for business for 10 days, you know your customers will go somewhere else. A car dealer gave me a car, a Mercedes-Benz GLE I still have the car. My wife is driving the car now. The GLE 350. He gave me the car on credit. I told him, give me this car. I'm going to pay you extra 2 million. The car. It's a car dealer. You know, Instagram people, what they believe in all this. They believe once you have car, you are. So when that stuff when that stuff happened, when they seized on my car, so imagine when they seized on your car, you bounced back with a bigger car. So those customers came back. I used that car to let them know that I'm still the B-Lord, you know. So I got a new car. The car blew up on the internet. Like B-Lord got a new GLA 350, and that car was expensive than those cars EFCC took. So that was when I had much customers. Then I built a very big mansion. So those things, from there, we had just 2 staffs, but now we have up to like 40 staff. This, I'm telling you, was just a year ago.
The worst thing you would want to do to anybody that wants to invest with you is to prove to the person that you are poor. Honestly, he understands that he needs to stay afloat. He needs to stay at a particular place for people to listen to him business-wise. He maintained that. B-Lord maintained that very culture from then till this very point. And let me tell you another thing. Even if he was living fake life before, in that his fake life, he understood the business world. And in order for you to live a fake life, you must maintain it. So to tell you that this money is not even a today thing, he was maintaining that fake life. If there was anything like fake life then, he was maintaining it, and he got to a point where everything became obvious reality. And another thing he does that marvels me is how he makes you guys believe that he's actually impressing you people. I swear, that boy is not impressing you people, I swear. There is a particular set of people that guy is only impressing. He has a group of people he has actually pictured. In a year, he pictured one group of people. I want to impress these people for business purposes. In order to get people to invest, you must impress. And he understands this math from the onset. When he said after the incident of the EFCC, he tried to stay afloat, maintain a balance so that people wouldn't think that he's actually going down. Mindset. And Nigerians fell for it actually. People went on to still invest with him, do business with him, simply with that knowledge, just trusting that very knowledge that B-Lord is here, not here.
Life is this. I like this.
He has the psychology of how bank is actually built. The reason why you're keeping your money in the bank is not because you trust them so much, but because you believe that they have what it takes not to fold. If B-Lord buys a car worth of 200 million, there are a group of people that have seen him and said, hey, this guy is worth this amount. Let's do business with him. They go and do business with him. He is the only person that has brought down that beast in Awka, Anambra State, not as a side ride, where you can actually just come ride it for a short while and leave. He brought it down as a landlord. Now, with these latest purchases, you might think that his account is dropping. Rather, it's actually increasing. The only way you can actually succeed in the business of making money is to impress people. Argue it or not, this is the truth. Even you that is doing your side business, you do everything to keep and maintain your customers. You always want to impress them. You that is working with your boss, you do everything to always impress them via being professional, via punctuality, via too many things. You are always impressing them just for that salary may enter your account. Now with the Lamborghini, he has actually impressed a group of people that would want to do business with him. If by any chance he gets another one that is even higher, he has actually impressed another set of people. The business grows. One day that boy will just wake up one morning and tell you guys, well, he be like saying a private jet will. And bloggers will carry on artists a joke. One day go land them. And his chances of meeting even the higher people and doing business with them will keep coming closer and closer. It's just the psychology of money and how to attract it. He uses his money wisely. No wonder I've not seen that young man do all those Dorime something different. Have you? I haven't actually. I'm thinking about that. I haven't really seen any video with such wealth. I mean, you can't see him spraying money and all those things. You have events and all that. There are 4 people who actually changed my narrative this year. And these 4 people made me think differently of them and made me adjust in my own setting. Number 1 is Burna Boy. Number 2 is B-Lord. Number 3 is Mood Black. And number 4 is Jerick. Not only that B-Lord have this sense of making wealth, but he is busy changing another narrative in the society, the narrative that you can actually make it anywhere. In fact, there was a time that if you don't travel to Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, you no go make am. That we believe that you say you no go make am. With everything, with his business partners scattered all over the country and maybe beyond, you see Doka. Matter of fact, that I saw him the other day, the breeze that came from his Benz almost threw me and my Toyota to some place. But I was actually motivated though. The reason for this video is for you to understand something. One, if you are still zooming your attention on people with a selective interest, you won't know them. You need to rip and rub yourself off any form of sentiment, any form of selective interest in you before you understand or see people well. The business of networking is still the most lucrative currently. And if you have money, no matter how small, no matter how big, you can actually operate on any level to build your wealth like B-Lord. Study him, just follow him. I don't say you should go and start buying exotic cars and start showing me. I feel they're impressed. You understand? In life, you need to impress two people. The first people you need to impress is the people who will take your words at face value. And the second people you need to impress is stubborn people like me. No matter how you try to impress me, I'm going to say this person is up to something. But if you are able to break me and my kind, then I give you my wealth. B-Lord has actually gotten the trust of those who actually take things at face value. B-Lord has actually broken and also gotten the trust of those people like me, Ade Ekwe, where they say you go take us many things for you to prove to us that you are genuine. The third message I need to pass right here is that many of you underestimate people. You have people very close to you that you can actually look and study their pattern in order for you to grow. You ignore them and you start following an illusion, looking for one celebrity that has nothing to write home about, while the person who has all the knowledge, everything, and there is evidence yapa, is right there before you for you to study. You know, go study them. You don't need to make learning official. Learn indirectly. Watch how people grow. Social media has actually made us to see people how they are and what they are. No matter how you try to hide, it will always tell you that this is who this person is. No matter if you try to hide behind the cruise. You see this thing you people call cruise. No matter how you say it's cruise, most of the times, the things you say and how you say it reflects your true identity. So forget cruise outside. We know saying that you did wicked. So learn people and understand them. Follow their footsteps, especially if it's actually evident that this person is succeeding in this very niche. Understand why they are actually succeeding. Study their pattern and see if it's actually going well. If it's actually going well, study them. It's a free knowledge. It's actually free. The benefit there is that you won't pay for it. You'll be learning it indirectly without even the person knowing. If you want to appreciate the person for making you who you are, you can go to them later in life or you send them a message across. Pion.